I've been there scrolling through endless listings, seeing sleek stainless steel units that promise restaurant-grade ice, only to end up with a machine that fills a tray once a day and leaves you scrambling for a backup pitcher at the party. It's that gut-checking moment when you realize the pictures don't tell the whole story, and the real test is whether the ice maker can actually keep up with your daily routine without turning your kitchen into a cold storage lab. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this video, I'm going to walk through the Maxx Ice MIM25C shallow depth undercounter ice maker, point out where it shines, where it trips up, and help you decide if it's worth the counter space and the price tag. First off, the category itself is a little tricky. An undercounter ice maker has to juggle three things: size, output, and storage. You want a unit that slides neatly into the cabinet, makes enough ice to meet a family's needs, and actually stores that ice long enough to be useful. The Maxx Ice MIM25C advertises 25 pounds of ice per day and a built-in storage bin, but the real question is how that translates to a typical household that drinks a mix of sparkling water, makes cocktails, and occasionally needs a bucket for a backyard grill. Let's start with the installation side. The easy installation claim isn't just marketing fluff. The unit comes with a short, flexible water line, a pre-drilled mounting plate, and clear step-by-step instructions that most DIY-savvy homeowners can follow in under an hour. I've seen a lot of undercounter models that require a plumber for a permanent water line or custom cabinet modifications. With the Maxx Ice, you can hook it up to a standard kitchen faucet using the supplied adapter. And the front breathing vents mean the condenser can pull in air without needing a dedicated vent cutout. That saves a few minutes and a few dollars if you're doing the install yourself. Now, the ice itself. Maxx calls them Crescent ice cubes, which are essentially half-moon-shaped cubes that are wider on one side and thinner on the other. The shape isn't just for looks. Those broader surfaces melt slower in a drink, while the thinner edge slides out of the bin more easily. In a real-world test, I filled a pitcher of iced tea for a brunch gathering. The cube stayed solid for about 45 minutes, keeping the tea chilled without turning it into a watery mess. For a home bar, the shape also fits nicely in cocktail glasses, giving you that professional vibe without a bulky ice bucket. The output claim of 25 pounds per day is impressive on paper, but here's the nuance. The unit produces about 78 cubes per minute once it's in a steady-state cycle. In practice, you'll see a burst of ice for the first 3,040 minutes after the machine starts, then a slower trickle as the storage bin fills up. If you're running a weekend brunch for 12 people, and you need a full pitcher of ice-cold drinks within an hour, you'll be fine. If you're expecting a constant flow of ice for a full-day event, you'll need to plan for a short pause while the machine refills its internal reservoir. That's a hidden trade-off that many buyers overlook until they are mid-party. Speaking of storage, the built-in bin holds roughly 2 pounds of ice, enough for a few drinks, but far from a never-run-out scenario. The bin is insulated enough that the ice stays frozen for several hours, but you'll notice it softening after about 4 hours if the ambient kitchen temperature is warm. For families that consume ice sporadically throughout the day, the bin works well. For heavy use scenarios, think a home-based catering business, or a summer poolside bar, you'll probably need a supplemental bin, or a periodic manual dump to keep the supply flowing. Who should definitely consider this machine? If you're a small to medium household that drinks a couple of iced beverages a day, entertains a handful of guests weekly, or likes to have ice on hand for occasional cocktail nights, the Maxx Ice MIM25C hits a sweet spot. Its shallow depth means it fits under most standard countertops without sacrificing cabinet space, and the front breathing vents keep the heat exchange efficient without a dedicated vent. The unit also appeals to renters who can unplug and move it without tearing apart the kitchen, because you don't need permanent plumbing, just a quick connection to a faucet. Who might want to skip it? If you run a large family that drinks gallons of cold drinks daily, if you host large-scale gatherings regularly, or if you need a commercial-grade output, this model will feel underpowered. The storage bin will fill quickly, and you'll spend more time emptying and refilling than you'd like. Also, if you live in a very tight kitchen, where even a shallow unit would crowd the workspace, you might be better off with a countertop ice maker that sits on the counter only when you need it. Now, let's talk about the practical strengths that set this unit apart from the competition. First, the front breathing vents eliminate the need